Alrighty.
Okay, we're on live. Okay, do you have your quiz open, Caleb?
I'm all good. I need to get the applet up.
Okay.
So which one are you guys working on today?
So we're on lesson 7, which is, excuse me, that is about probability calculation and mean response.
Yep. There we go. Got it.
Okay.
All right. I'm good.
Okay. So question 3. Use the normal probability applet to find the combined area under the standard normal curve that is to the right of the z-score this and to the left of z-score this, 3 decimal places. So that you just put 1.358 in one of the z-score boxes, right?
Yep.
Okay. I got 0.175. Is that what you got as well?
That's to the right and the left. 0.17. Yeah, 0.175.
Okay.
Alrighty. Number 4. Which of the following will have a smaller standard deviation if 9 observations are randomly drawn from a population? The distribution of the individual observations X, the distribution of the sample means X. This cannot be determined from given information.
The distribution of the sample means?
Yeah, because it'll be a smaller number.
Yeah. Okay. 5. Which of the following results implies that the spread in the sample means decreases as the sample size increases?
This. The size is bigger. Would it be law of large numbers?
I think so.
Yeah, because the larger the number, the tighter the mean will be.
Yeah, I think so.
Alrighty. Alright, scores on the quantitative portion of the GRE are approximately normally distributed with the mean 150.8, standard deviation of 8.8. A score of 160 on the quantitative portion of the GRE. What is the z-score corresponding to Diane's score? Round to 3 decimal places. Alrighty.
Isn't that you do 160 minus, because 160 is what she scored minus the mean over the standard deviation? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the formula?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get 1.045.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 160 on the quantitative portion of the GRE? So put that into the applet.
I
got
got 0.148.
Same. Okay.
All right. 8. A random sample of 5 students was selected to take the GRE. Their scores are listed. What is the z-score corresponding to the sample mean of these students' score? Oh, math.
Then you just find the mean of those, and that
For
would be
this one,
the
it
mean
would be, so you would find the mean.
of those, and then insert that into the z-score equation.
Well, we'd have to find the mean, the standard deviation, and then divide.
Well, we have the standard deviation and the from above, remember? Because this
Oh,
is
yeah.
so the standard
Gotcha.
deviation is 8.8, and the distributed or the mean is 150.8.
Gotcha. So yeah, we find this mean and then we subtract and do all that.
Okay.
Gotcha. For some reason, I was thinking it was a totally different question.
So does the mean of these scores does that replace the 150.8?
No, that one's gonna be
No.
the like the sample mean.
Okay, so it's the same equation because the average of these is 160, right?
I am almost.
I will tell you this: you will get a different answer than the question, than like 2 questions
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, it'll be different.
Okay, then I'm doing something wrong because I got that the average of those 5 scores was 160, which was the same as
That's
the
correct.
That's correct. Okay. So the z-score, but the z-score is different?
This z-score is going to be different.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Is it 160 minus 160?
No, it's still 160 minus 150.8.
The standard deviation is different.
There you go. Do you remember how the standard deviation differs when you're given a sample size?
Oh, yeah, because you have to put the standard deviation is, oh man. Yeah, because you have to change the square root thingy.
There it is.
So,
All right. I'm back. I don't know what happened. My phone just like shut off. But
you're fine. Is it 8.8 square root of 160 or
No.
150?
What's your sample size?
Oh, 5.
yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So 8.8 square root of 5.
8.8 divided by square root of 5.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I don't know if, like, with the order of things, if I did it right, but I got 2.236.
I will tell you that that is not what I got.
Okay. And I'm going to put it in my phone.
Well, make sure when you calculate it this time, after you do like your means minus each other on the z-score equation, like the 160 and 150.8, do divides and then put your standard deviation, your sigma divided by the square root of the sample mean in parentheses and see if that changes it.
Yeah. It won't use, like, it won't let me on the computer, so I'm just going to, I can do it on my phone.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, that's
There should be a parenthesis option. What kind of computer do you have?
the Dell. I don't see any parentheses on there. It's okay. I've got it on my phone right here.
Okay.
Why am I not seeing square root on here? $1.443. That's not right either.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness.
Can you actually, can you like put your phone up to the camera so I can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So square root is going to be the, it's going to have like the square root and then x with the 2 by it.
Oh, with the two. Okay, that's fine. Are you there, Caleb, or is his phone shut off again?
I think it might have shut off. Yeah, because it looks like
Like this. Of course, we have technology problems more when.
yeah, technology is supposed to be your good and faithful servant, but there's just times when it just doesn't work, and then we're just really mad at it.
Okay. He just messaged me and said, my phone shut off again. I'm not sure why, but I'll get it figured out by next meeting. Sorry.
Okay. No worries. I mean,
So,
he's still participated. He'll still get the points.
yeah. And he's normally, like, he's a really good.
Yeah.
Always.
Because it's not his fault that, like, the technology's failing him.
Yeah. Okay. 9.2 divided by 8.8 divided by. Do I do the square root first or square root 5 first?
You do the 5 and then you hit the square root key and it'll just square root that 5.
Okay, I got 2.338.
That's what I got.
There we go. Probability. What is the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 160 on the quantitative portion of the year? Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. 0.0097 on that one.
Yep. But then again, once you get to the probability applet, unless you shade wrong, it's pretty easy. So
yeah. Oh, dang it. I just changed the wrong ones. That's okay. I'll go back.
What one did you change?
Like I changed those answers. I put those in for 6 and 7 rather than 8 and 9.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. I'll just mark them because I know how to do those ones.
Mm-hmm.
One quick sec. now for 10. Use the information to answer the next 5 questions. Suppose that the mean GPA of BYU Idaho students is 3.5 and the standard deviation is 0.7. It is well known that this distribution is left skewed. A random sample of the 81 students will be drawn. What is the shape of the sampling distribution of the random variable x, which represents the sample mean of the 81 students who are selected? Because there's so many, they would be normal because it's greater than 30, or approximately normal.
Yeah, that's correct. Because the shape of it really doesn't change. It's still like a left skewed, but we can treat it as normal. Thanks to that low central limit theorem.
What is the mean of the distribution of the sample means for all possible samples of size 81 that could be drawn from the parent population? Not sure if I am understanding clearly.
Okay, give me a thought process.
Okay, what's the average of the distribution? Well, okay, what's the average of the sample means, basically,
Okay.
for all possible samples?
But the
size
thing
81.
is, to find an average of anything, really, you need some data, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need some of those values. But did they give you any?
No.
So
They
what's
just
the
give you
only possible thing you can assume?
that they're all the same?
That they gave you the information you needed to answer this question elsewhere.
Okay.
Because if they wanted you to calculate a mean, they would have given you some values to work with. They would have given you 81 samples to calculate.
Yeah.
But they did give you a mean somewhere else.
3.5.
There you go.
So do you just use 3.5?
Yeah.
So that's the answer for that whole one is 3.5.
Yep.
Wow. That's a trick question.
That's the way that this works. Especially since it's the mean of the distribution of the sample, like of all possible sample sizes of 81. Like that you can't possibly sample like all possible samples of 81 in that whole thing. So you have to assume that it's the same as the population mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's the standard deviation of the distribution of the sample means for all possible samples of size 81 that could be drawn from the parent population? So that when you do 3.5 square root 81, right?
I have a 3.5. That's the mean. There's a standard deviation that they gave you there.
Oh, that's right. 0.7 square root 81.
Yes. Which square root of 81 is just 9.
That's true. So
When I
7.
write perfect square, I just do that instead of doing like the square root thing. But I mean, if you see it better by doing the square root of 81 or 16 or whatever it is.
If it's a square root,
I
if it's actually
do it.
It's easier. So that would be 0.7 divided by 9.
Mm-hmm.
0.078.
Yes.
What is the probability? Oh, dang it, I hate probability. that the mean GPA for 81 randomly selected BYU Idaho students will be less than 3.3. I don't use the app. Do I use the applet for that?
You will eventually.
Okay.
But you gotta find the z-score first.
Okay. So let's see. 3.3 minus 3.3 minus 3.5 or 3.5 minus 3.3?
The first one you said.
Okay. Divided by 0.078. to negative 2.564. And then
Got negative 2.571.
oh. Okay, let me do that again. So it's 3.3 minus 3.35 over, and it's the same standard deviation.
3.5, not 3.5.
3.35?
It's 3.5, not 3.35.
Oh, that's what I said. I have 3.3 minus 3.5.
There you go. I just heard you say like minus 3.35. I'm like, wait. No.
No, no.
3.5.
So 3.3 minus 3.3 minus 3.5. So you have the top that's the 0.2, and that's a
Yeah, the negative 0.2. That's correct.
I mean, and it would be divided by the standard deviation that we just did in number 12, right? The 0.078.
Yeah. Oh, so that's probably why you're getting a different answer. So instead of doing the 0.078, that's a rounded value. So do the full thing again, and you'll get a much more accurate answer.
That's right.
I mean, you're correct that that is like the standard deviation you would use, but like having it rounded like that will alter it.
Use that. Okay. Divided by.
Yeah, you never want to round anything until you're done with whatever calculation you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, 0.6. Now I got negative 0.64.
Whoa, how did you do that?
No, 0.639 is what I got.
Okay. Here.
Okay, so I'll read it out as I put it in. Sorry.
I'm sharing my screen. Okay.
Okay, so I have 3.3 minus 3.5
Okay.
divided by parentheses. Was it 0.7 or 0.07?
It's 0.7.
Okay, that's what I thought. Divided by parentheses 0.7 divided by 5 square root parentheses.
Oh, it's 81, remember?
Yes. That's right. That's fine. Okay, because I got a super bogus answer that time. Okay. So I have negative 0.2 divided by parentheses. Oh no, I pushed the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay. Minus 0.2 divided by parentheses divided by 81 square root, which equals 2.571.
There, that's what I got.
There we go. So then put that in the z-score.
Yes.
No, wait. Okay, I forgot what the question was.
Well, 13 is the probability that the mean GPA will be less than 3.3.
Okay, which is 0.0051.
And they'll usually want you to round to 3 decimal places here.
Just 0.005.
Correct.
Okay, what is the probability that the mean GPA for 81 randomly selected BYU Idaho students would be greater than 3.3? Would be the same thing.
No. Well, the same z-score, yes, but not the same probability.
Really? No, I thought they were always equal.
Well, because this question's asking for greater than. So you take the same.
Oh, greater. Okay, so then it's
right.
Just the opposite. Like you take that from 100.
Yeah, you either do 1, subtract the probability you got in the last question, or you can just unshade the left tail and shade the middle and the right tail.
That's right. So that's 0.995.
Correct.
Okay. The United States Coast Guard assumes the mean weight of passengers in commercial boat is 185 pounds. The previous value is lower, but was raised after a tragic boating accident. The standard deviation of passenger weights, 1 pounds, the weights of random sample Of 48 commercial boat passengers were reported. The sample.
Are you there? Okay.
Words. Okay, no. So I'm trying to find. Wait. So am I trying to find the standard deviation? I'm not seeing the question in there.
Okay,
Of
so what they want you to do is they want you to find the probability that a random sample of passengers will have a weight that is as extreme or more extreme. So what they want you to do is when you find this probability, you're going to highlight the left and right tails.
Okay.
And they've given you everything you need to know. They've given
All the
you the
info
deviation,
for
they've
the.
given you the sample size, and they've given you the sample mean, which you're used to calculate. So you can find your z-score.
Okay. So the value is 177.6. No. Yeah, right?
The value of what?
The first letter in the equation.
Oh, the
Which is
x.
the sample mean, right? The sample mean,
Which one did you say that was?
177.6. The
That's
top
correct.
would be 177.6 minus 185.
Yes.
Divided by 26.7 divided by square root of 48. Okay. 177.6 minus 185 divided by parentheses 26.7 divided by 48 square root 129.596, I guess, if you were rounding.
Not for your z-score.
Just 0.595.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Okay, hold on. Let me do it again. 177.6 minus 185. Okay, and I can simplify that. That's minus 7.4 on top.
Okay.
Okay. Divided by parentheses 26.7 divided by 48 square root parentheses equals, how did I get that before? Minus negative 1.920.
That's what I got right there. Okay.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I was just sharing my screen so you could see like how I entered it in my calculator and see if like that might help.
So the 1.92 is negative, yeah.
Yeah.
Is not the z-score?
Yeah, that's the z-score. That's correct. The negative 1.92. Yeah, and always whenever I type in my z-score, it always like rounds it to the third decimal place anyway. So sometimes I just enter in like 4, 5, or 6 decimal places into it just to make sure that they do the rounding. It's their error, not mine, you know, like. But if you want to round before you, that's fine too.
Okay. And then this one I do the it's as extreme or more extreme.
Mm-hmm.
So on the left and right, not the middle and the right?
Yeah, no, not the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be the left and the right because it's
Because the extremities are the sides.
lower or up to that value, or more extreme, meaning like you want everything like that way.
Okay, so that's 0.0549.
Yes. And then when you round it to the third decimal place.
0.055.
That's correct.
I think that's.
Did you say you needed to edit 6 and 7 or something? Or
Yeah, I fixed them when I was there.
oh, okay, you fixed them. Good.
Yeah. So I think it's all. Let's save it and submit it. Okay. Yep, we're good.
Great.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So let me just check one thing really quickly before I let you go. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that. Oh, okay, so it's not even open yet. I wasn't sure if like the group 8 quiz was open or not. So I just checked that, and it's not open for another hour and a half. So you're fine.
Okay. Do you know when the exam is for this class?
It should be starting next week.
Okay.
Or like, let me see. I can open it back up. Let's see. Here. Okay, yeah, it starts October 9th, so that's next week.
Okay. And is it open all week or just a couple days?
It's open until the 11th.
Okay.
It opens October 9th at 11 p.m. and it closes on October 11th at 11 p.m. So you have exactly 2 days.
Okay. Sounds good. How many? Sorry, I guess I can look at the syllabus. Never mind.
No, you're fine. Ask me whatever you want.
How many exams are there throughout the semester?
There's going to be 4 in total. 3 for, well, let's see. The fourth one, they're all cumulative. So, like, everything that's from this exam could show up on the next one and the next one after that.
Okay.
So, it's not going to be, like, a final exam. It's just going to be the 4th exam is going to possibly contain
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there are 4 different units, and the 4th unit contains of mainly, like, 2 or 3 lessons that are, like, just at the end of everything else. And then whatever is in the other 3 units could pop up in there as well. So.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Thanks so much, Haley.
You're welcome.
You have a great day.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.